Hey, what's up, beautiful people? It is Friday, and I am sitting in the park, just getting away from life's noise and just thinking, contemplating. I am a critical thinker, and people like me, we have a tendency in some cases to overthink things, and then in other cases, we do relatively well. But for the most part, we really, 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 when I say we think, we really, really, really think. But today I was sitting here and I shared something very, very intimate on Facebook today. And I did it because, it's a lot of people who are struggling with their identity because of a robbery. And we don't have to struggle with our identity because of a robbery. A robbery is when you see them stealing from you, but you can't control the fact that they've taken something from you. And, I think about that and I contemplate that, and I contemplate the individual that robbed me of my virginity when I was just 13 years old. And that person has now since passed away. And a few years ago, in I want to say 2005, I was able to confront the man that actually took my virginity. And I can remember what I said to him, and I just told him straight up, I said, "You fucked my life up." For those of you that have a problem with that terminology, it is what it is. He messed my life up. He messed my mind up. For a long time, my sexual identity was in a state of extreme crisis, and I didn't know who I was as a sexual human being. And we all are sexual beings, and we're all human beings, and we're all spiritual beings, but we have an identity. And sometimes when you get robbed, you lose your identity, and you have to go and seek out and find out who you are. And it took me a long, 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 long time to see myself as beautiful, flawed beauty. And I say flawed beauty because, of scars and traumas and fights and accidents and babies and stretch marks and all that. That is called flawed beauty. And I want to just encourage you all, be it male or female, to accept you exactly how you are, flawed and all. I look at my scars and I smile now because I go, man, I remember when I got that scar. And I go, man, I tell you what, that was a day from hell. But man, look here. I'm still here. I'm still clothed in my right mind. I'm still sane. If I told you that I was raped 3 times at 3 separate times in my life, if I told you that I was molested at 7 years old by a 13-year-old who wanted to turn me out. She was a ravenous wolf at 13 years old, and she was a ravenous, evil bitch. Yeah, I said it. I did say it. I was 7 years old. I was a baby. She was 13, and she tried to turn me into a freak. 7. How can I choose at 7 which way I want to identify sexually? If I want to identify with another female, or if I want to identify with a man, whatever my decision is. I can't make a decision sexually at 7 years old. Who can? Come on. And it was just a horrible experience. And then to turn around to lose my virginity like I did, and then to get assaulted by my classmate in high school, and then go to court for a judge to tell me because I skipped school, it was my fault. Went through all of that, and then turn around in my 20s and have a baby by a guy who was supposed to be my boyfriend. Craziness. You understand me? Craziness. But yet I'm good. I'm sane. I'm clothed in my right mind. I'm functioning at my best and highest use. You know what it was? You know what saved me? Forgiveness. Being able to forgive those that hurt you and say, They don't know what they was doing. They didn't know what they was doing. They did this and they had no idea what they were doing. They could not have. And being able to talk to you about it candidly and be unattached to the event. Thank you, Lord. Finally unattached to the event, but able to share and bless you guys so you can go and bless somebody else, and you can understand that regardless of the fact that I didn't hear I love you from my dad but 3 times when I was a child, or I had no time with my mother because she gave birth to 6 children right after she created me. And I watched my granddad talk to my mom as though she were a piece of garbage. My grandfather would come to my house drunk, inebriated, with my other uncle. They were just out there in the streets doing their thing and would call my mom fat and ugly. And he would just talk to my mother any kind of way. I was a little girl and saw this. I saw my dad go through 66 surgeries in one eye, nearly dying in front of me. I witnessed this as a kid, a little child. Had to start working when I was 12 because my dad went blind, and so he wasn't able to do but so much as a blind man in the 80s, and getting Social Security benefits off of $2 and some change that he made at Saks Fifth Avenue in the 70s. To this day, my dad's Social Security is based on that income from the 1970s. When I tell you guys, I have seen and experienced some horrible things, dealt with some crazy traumas, but I forgave. That's the power for you to get on with your life, is being able to forgive. Once you're able to forgive, the whole universe will shift in your favor. Once you're able to forgive and let people go that prostituted you, lied to you, cheated on you, took from you, made you promises and they never came to pass, or the dude that walked away and gave you the baby and you had to go on your own to rear that child solo. Once you forgive, I promise you, your life will be so sweet. It won't be perfect, but it will be sweet. I'm telling you, when I wake up in the morning, I wake up full of energy and life, not afraid anymore to step out into the world and be who I am. I don't apologize for my story, and if somebody can't handle it or deal with it, then you ain't the man for me. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. I got to roll with me. I am my favorite person. I need God and I need me, and I need to be certain that I'm an incredible mother, because that's what God gave me. 3 amazing children. Their father died with heart disease back in 2011. So I am a legitimately single parent. There is no daddy anywhere to help me with my angels, but the creator of the universe took care of me and my 3 angels like no human could have. For that, I am grateful. Believe me when I tell you, I'm not saying this because I don't have a man or I don't want a man. Don't get it twisted. I'm just talking in general vernacular for you to get an understanding of what it is that I'm saying. No human is an island. We all need each other. But with that need, it does not need to be dysfunctional. The need should not come from a place of dysfunctionality to where you are not able to live at your best, highest level without having someone else with you. Man, I tell you what, I am grateful. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for an opportunity to be a life coach, to help people to get where I am. I am the forgiveness coach, P. Koffe Brown. I want to help you to learn how to forgive not only the offenses from others, forgive the boss that fired you, forgive the child that cussed you out after you've been feeding them for 22 years, honey. I want to be able to assist you with forgiving and letting go and freeing yourself to the greatest part of your being, and that is the journey back to you being 100% whole from the inside out and able to be of great value to those that are in your space, the world that you affect. We all have a world that we affect. And I want to be of value to you so you can affect your world and not infect your world. Affect your world and not infect it. It is a phenomenal day. It's raining again, but you know something? The creator of the universe has all this under control. And so since he has it under control, I'm going to rest in knowing that he's going to take care of everything that concerns us here in the state of Texas. You guys, I love you. I respect you. And I am honored to be able to assist you. I am your forgiveness coach, P. Koffe Brown. I'm here in the great state of Texas, and I pray you have a fantastic weekend and that this message blesses your life the same as it has mine. Until next time, miracles and blessings.